there's a Grace. Do you still have the video, Grace? Hi, everyone. My name is Georgette Truan. I am. Oh yeah, I work for Attorney Vincent Davis, and I am the host for Fight CPS with Ms. G. And I have my girl Stacy. Wow. Stacy's not working today at the hospital, so she's off today. So she looks so happy.
Well, who wouldn't be happy with her puppies?
Ah, babies. I know they're so cute. Who wouldn't be happy with a golden retriever? Oh my God.
I think everyone just saw my pajama pants that I secretly have on under my shirt.
Never mind.
I'm home.
Oh my God. But oh gosh. I didn't
At least they're pants.
I didn't tell you what happened the other day, but Miss Grace knows that she was off. I was like freaking the crap out. I said, Grace, I just did something really bad. You know how you end the stream? Yeah, you're supposed to end the stream, and you're like, think the stream is ended, but it gives you another message like, "Are you sure you want to end it?" I'm like,
and you didn't hit that?
But I didn't see that part. And I got up, changed my clothes because I was going to the gym, and I'm like, came back, and thank God I had my jacket like this, but I was like literally indecent. And I'm like, oh, and I'm like, Grace, help me, please, help me. It's like, and then she texts me back later. And she's like, I said, I figured it out. I removed it. Just, it took me a lot. I was freaking the crap out. Anyways, thank God nobody saw it. Yeah, but at least you're decent. You have pants on.
Pants.
Yep.
They just don't match my top at all.
That's okay. That's okay. You're home. Who cares? All right, everyone. So Stacy's going to share her thoughts about a certain topic, and I'm going to allow her to talk, obviously, because I love her mind. She has she's so smart, and when she digs for the truth, she really finds it, and she's on top of things. So Stacy, take the platform, baby.
Well, it's just this is a story today on things that CPS does to dupe people, and the courts do it too. It's not just CPS, but oftentimes the courts are doing nefarious things as well to create a certain narrative that they want that may not even be the truth, but the narrative they're trying to create in the courts. So in my own personal case, I noticed that there were well over 30 documents obstructed from my official court record. And it might even be closer to 50. I don't even know at this time, because I think 30 were put back, but there's still a lot more missing. And that's a crime to obstruct documents from an official court record. And in my town, I just read a story today. There's another guy fighting the same thing. And so he was trying to go to the clerk's office to FOIL request police body cam footage. And he knew that he reasonably knew that he was going to get resistance from the clerk's office. So he was recording the transaction at the clerk's office. And they arrested him for harassment. And it's a First Amendment right, for him to access the courts. And so there's a lot of litigation and uproar going on right now about the nefariousness of the clerk's office. Now, I have a recording as well when I went to the clerk's office about my documents being missing. And the clerk's office was blaming the judge for not sending the document back to be put on the official court record. So it may even be, an interplay between the two. Are you on mute, Miss G?
The same thing happens here in our court system, LA
Yes.
County, and it's actually getting worse than that. So right now, what they're doing, when somebody asks for their court record, what they do is they ask them for ID, and then they provide the ID. Then they say, this one lady told me, then they say you have two tickets, unpaid tickets. So she's like, I don't have unpaid tickets. Like, she, all she wanted was her court records. That's all she wanted, and the transcripts, because she said that the judge already told her what the verdict is on her the first day of her, as like her first hearing. The judge told her what the verdict is. First hearing.
Yep. They create a narrative, a false narrative.
Yep.
Sometimes not always false, but they certainly predetermine a narrative, and they try to obstruct documents, obstruct witnesses, etc., from getting into evidence or on the court record to be able to maintain their false narrative that they
Mhm.
want. So yeah, so it's a big deal because sometimes people, just one word in a sentence can hang an entire case.
Mhm.
And so one word being false in a document or missing or obstructed can affect a whole entire case, let alone like 50 documents.
Yep.
And
That's true.
in hindsight, I should have appealed because some of them were orders. One of them was an order from the year 2013 that was
Mm.
never filed to the official court record or served to me. I
Mhm.
should have appealed it
And
because I would have had the 30 days to file a notice of appeal from the time that it was filed and served to me, even though it was an order from 2013.
wow,
Right?
I agree. And you didn't. You didn't even think about it, did you?
No, I was just so thrilled that the missing documents were suddenly being put to my record because I filed a complaint with the administrative judge to investigate it. And so these documents started getting put back on my record that were never, well, I can't say put back on my record, put to the record that were never there. Um, like I said, it was like 30 documents, and they were material documents, like the motion for each judge to recuse. They were all, except for one,
Mhm.
obstructed from the record. The motion for the AFC to recuse, obstructed from the record. My motion to vacate custody agreement based on fraud, and all the exhibits obstructed. And
I know.
when I
Yeah.
filed appeals, they weren't there. And that's a huge thing. So my due process was violated in all of my appeals.
You know what? I just received a text message right now. She said, Miss Lee, the same thing happened to me. Let Stacy know. But I'm not in New York where she's at. I am actually in Sacramento.
Yes,
Same.
I know. I That's why I wanted to talk about this because I have people reach out to me too from all over the United States, so different states, and this is a common theme, and that's why I wanted to talk about it today because it happens pretty pervasively. It's pedestrian,
Right.
so it happens in every state, and it again, there's like certain things that are like a judicial playbook that they go by, and certain tactics that they use, and
Mhm.
this is one of them, and that's why I wanted it exposed and talked about because yes, it happens everywhere.
You know, there's something else she added. She said, Miss G, I don't know if I should say that. It might, she might get in trouble for it, but nobody knows who she is. But I don't know if I should say it. I don't know. I'll text it to you, and you tell me if I should.
Or just think of a different way to put it that keeps people out of trouble. Is it in the chat? I'll look in the chat, but I think it'll take me off the screen, so just give me a second.
Okay. Yeah. But and
Haha.
then she
Okay,
overheard
I
what
know how to
happened.
handle this. I know how
Right.
to handle this one.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
You say it. I don't know how to say it, and I don't want to. I don't want to
Yeah?
say it. Yeah.
Okay. So, um some of the things I've done in my case, I don't always recommend for other people to do. Especially if you don't know the laws pertaining to what you do to defend yourself, because you always have to know the defense before you do something. So don't just go do something because I did it and then not know what your defense is to take care of yourself.
Hmm.
But One time, this judge, he kept on holding hearings off the record.
Hmm.
And I filed, each time he did that, I filed an affidavit to the case stating that I didn't approve of this. I objected to any results resulting from, hearings held off the record, that I wanted a stenographer, I wanted a record in all fairness maintained. And he would still continue to have hearings off the record.
Hmm.
So I'm aware of certain laws to protect myself. 42 USC 1983, that's what we always sue under, but that's the law that gives you the right to vigorously defend your constitutional rights.
Right.
And it is a constitutional right, in all fairness, to have an accurate record of things that were said in court. So the judge was denying this to me. And then in New York State, oh gosh, I think it's New York State Judiciary Law 750, sentence 6, or number 6, sentence number 2, something along those lines, that New York State, a judge cannot punish as a contempt the attempt to have a full and accurate record of a court hearing and the attempt to produce it. So one time I did record an ex parte hearing that was held off the record because the judge was already on notice by my affidavits that I objected him doing so.
Hmm.
And I transcribed it and I filed it to my motion for him to recuse. But it's a very delicate thing to do and you can get in a lot of trouble. So you really have to know in your particular state the laws and things that protect you if you ever do something that risky. It was risky. They hated me ever since I did it, but they couldn't do anything because I was right. So anytime I enter the court, they're like, is she recording? Is she recording? And the court officers all know to check my phone and make sure I'm not recording.
Yeah, but
So
why? What is the big deal if somebody is recording or not? To me, it's kind of like, are you trying to hide something? To
it's
me,
100%,
right.
100%.
I mean, this is the court of law. I get that part. I mean, I understand if you're talking to somebody on the phone and they would like to be known, like if they're being recorded, right? But this is about your life. This is about your life, your children's lives, and the games that they play with. Like Monterey Park Courthouse, for instance, in LA County, they're corrupt in every sense of corruption. Like there's nobody in that courthouse from top to bottom who is not corrupt. I kid you not.
But
These
again,
people, these people
again,
smile in front of parents when they're crying outside the courtroom. You guys can go there if you don't believe me, or have somebody just like show you what they do when a mother loses her case, and nobody walks out of room 411 or 407. I don't know about the other rooms, but these judges are biased. They're
it,
so biased, and they're female judges. They're so biased. Every female judge that goes in that courthouse period, you better know they're going to go against you, moms. And this is not something I made up. This is the God honest truth. Okay.
so Ms. G, let's talk about the recording thing a little bit. Because in New York State, we are a one-party consent state, which is different than California.
Right.
In New York State, only one party needs to be consenting to recording a conversation. So that means the person that's actually recording the conversation, me, I'm
Mhm,
consenting to the recording of the conversation.
mhm,
So I legally can record conversations in New York State as well as our CPS conversations too.
mhm,
But this should be challenged in California because, again, you're talking about your First Amendment right, your right, again, your right to defend yourself constitutionally,
mhm,
and so if somebody's breaking the law, if you don't do anything about it, you're also a criminal. So if you see this judge, he's breaking the law or she's breaking the law, and you notice it but you don't do anything about it, that's also actually criminal. It's like 18 USC for misprison of felony. They're, aiding and abetting, knowing and inaction. um, if you know a judge is breaking the law and you don't do anything to stop it, you become complicit. So in a
mhm,
way, recording is a way to stop these constitutional violations, these, breaking the law. So really in California, Mr. Davis or somebody should start challenging this law that people can't record conversations, especially when constitutional rights or crimes are occurring. You should absolutely be able to record everything without consent from the other party.
Okay. I agree with you on that one, and I think it should be in all states.
Right.
All states, not just certain states. And I'm getting really tired of this. They don't want to be caught. They don't want to be caught. It's like they're sociopathic in a way where they will commit a crime and and talk their way out of it. And
There's even a guy that says, your right to bear arms to defend yourself. Why isn't a camera or a video camera the right fall under the right to bear arms to defend yourself?
correct, correct. So she texted me again. Hold on. Miss G, when I finally had the balls to go back again to get my transcripts, and I was so scared they're going to arrest me, Miss G. Before then, I found out that there was no tickets against me. There was no pending parking tickets against me, that they made a mistake and the court apologized to me. But that didn't do me any good because I went back to get my transcripts. And when I got my transcripts, Miss G, it was a lot of information on there missing. It's like it never happened. So
So those are
basically,
those are due process
yeah,
violations.
yeah.
And it's another reason I don't want to say, I don't want to tell anyone to break the law, but it is another reason that argues why you should be recording things so that you can compare what's in a transcript versus what was truly said.
Yep. And if she didn't have the recording, she can't.
Right.
She can't because in California you can't.
Now, in some
You can't. What
states,
is she
though,
gonna do? I recorded this, and look,
right,
you're a liar.
right.
You know.
But in some
I already
states,
know that. You little.
right. In some
Okay.
states, though, what the
Yeah.
people don't know
Yeah.
is in addition to the transcripts, there's also an audio recording that they can request from the court, too. So if things aren't in the transcript that are supposed to be there, you can also request to the court the audio recording of the court hearing. A lot of states have that.
Say what? They,
Yeah.
they don't have that in California.
Yeah. A lot of states will have the hearings not only with a stenographer there, but the audio recording too. And that's what the stenographers often will use to do the transcript is the audio recording. Yep. And in fact, that should be another rule in all states, right? That there's both audio and a stenographer so that you can compare for accurateness. Because once again, I said that even one sentence can hang a whole case. So, um, it's a due process right to have fair and accurate records.
Wow. Um. Okay. So in LA, the beginning of this year, I believe, or the end of last year, I can't remember. They stopped providing court reporters, so you have to pay for your own. Um, so basically, I do know that's in family court only, not in criminal, but I don't know about juvenile. I think the state provides one because they want to lie, to they want to make sure you don't pay somebody to say the truth. So I believe it's only towards family law. And I called and I asked one for one of our clients to hire one. She told me flat $5,000.
Wow.
Flat. This is not just that $5,000 is not to give you the transcripts. That's a different fee for the transcripts.
I wonder if there's a way to file informa pauperis for that.
I wonder that too, actually. What do you think?
Well, again, some states, just so people know, in New York State, when you do an appeal, if you file in forma pauperis, not
Hmm.
only can you get assigned counsel for an appeal, but you can also get all your transcripts covered under that application as well. So some states will cover transcripts in an appeal, and some states won't. I also know parents that went to the clerk's office and they got their entire record produced for free under form of pauperis. So that might be an angle to look into with these overreaching fees to have a fair and accurate court record.
And also about you guys not be able to have legal counsel. The court by law has to provide you with legal counsel. I spoke to four people, four women, mothers, who said to me the same thing, and they're from different freaking states. They said that the judge would not allow them legal counsel.
Yeah, they find all sorts of ways to wiggle out of that. Yeah.
And you know why, though? I found out later is because they're losing a lot of attorneys. So you know how they get attorneys to stay with them? There's an attorney in Monterey Park. I'm not going to say his name, but God knows who he is, and may God have mercy on his dark soul. That attorney has felony against him. Um, so basically, his state bar is the state is his state bar. There you go. So the state is protecting him, and he is. I can't even say what his title is anymore. But I will tell you this much: research the records of your attorney, because what the state does, they give you guys criminal attorneys, and that criminal attorney doesn't know anything about juvenile cases, and they want that criminal attorney just to bow down to the judge and the county and say, okay, whatever you say, I will do. They have real estate attorneys that have no knowledge of juvenile dependency cases. They have other attorneys, I can't remember. Oh, immigration attorneys that don't know anything about juvenile dependency cases. And that's why the attorneys that you have actually accommodate CPS and accommodate the state. Why? Because that's how they keep their job.
Right.
Because that's how they're trained. They're trained when they work for the state, do what we say and don't ask questions. That is a narcissist right there. Do what I say and don't ask questions, or else they'll punish you. So you guys have to keep in mind that I don't think in any state you'll get like a professional that actually does CPS cases. I honest to God don't think so. Another state that I spoke with today is Tennessee. Tennessee told me, a couple of attorneys in Tennessee told me, there is no way in God's earth we're going to do CPS cases. Don't even waste your breath. I said, I was told that before a couple of weeks ago. Don't waste your breath. And I said, I just want to get your feedback. Like, why don't you guys want to help mothers and, fathers get their children back? And then one of the attorneys said to me, he said, ma'am, can you pay your bills? I said, thank God I can right now. He said, what if you work for someone, and what if somebody hires you and not pay you? I said, then it's not going to be, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills. He said, exactly. He said, people hire us at the time and they never pay us. So they stopped helping people because he said we were becoming bankrupt, literally. So a lot of them give up CPS cases because the clients would refuse to pay them back.
Miss G, I don't know if I feel sorry for that person or not, and I'll tell you why. A lot of times when clients are being represented by an attorney and then they see that the attorney is working for the other side and not them, why should they pay for that too? Because we know that happens a lot
No,
where you hire an attorney and they work for the other side.
that's not true.
You
I
don't think so?
No, because no, because a lot of people are passionate into destroying CPS, but some of the attorneys look at it, okay, we're not going to get paid for this, and it's we can't afford this. Other attorneys are afraid to lose their license,
Well,
meaning,
that's why they work for the
oh
other
wait,
side.
no, no, no.
Yes.
There's a
My attorneys did.
strategy. Well, okay, I believe that, but like, for example, thank God, Attorney Davis, he always has a different strategy to use without offending the judge and without offending the social worker, without offending anyone in the courtroom.
That's
His
smart.
strategy is what? Case laws.
Right.
That's his strategy.
Right.
So he uses case laws depending on the case he's handling. And I've seen that happen in action. That's why I told you, I hate going back and forth to court so much, but it makes me happy because I learn a lot from him.
But don't you
Uh,
think, Miss G, if if a family was in trouble and that attorney was really arguing for them and representing them and trying to sincerely get their kids home, don't you think that they would pay anything possible to make that happen? So I don't think that it's always necessarily the people that need help aren't paying. I'm sure it's a mixed bag of both sides because yes, my attorneys definitely worked for the other side, and like I said in another show, an attorney that worked for CPS, it just took one sentence to get her to walk away and not do the right thing. And they threatened her. They said, "Do you like your license?" And she walked away. So it's that easy to for CPS to intimidate attorneys and get them to actually work for the other side.
mhm.
So
But
it happens pretty regularly, in my opinion.
well, I guess being in the law firm, I have seen people
Both
get their
sides.
kids back and not pay the attorney,
Yes.
not
Right.
even a card of thank you.
Right.
So I speak from experience. Really, it's
That's
not
true
so
too.
much.
Because I've helped
I've
people
seen
too,
it.
and I've helped people for free, and then they go the other way.
Yeah,
And you never hear from them again.
yeah,
But I think it's a mixed bag of both sides because
yeah.
there are many attorneys that will steal people's money and work for the other side and sell their kids to the system too. But there are people to blame that when they were so fortunate to beat the odds, because the odds are you're not going to get your kids back, right?
Hmm.
And they're so fortunate to beat the odds and they take their kid and they don't pay for the service. That is absolutely wrong, and that's harmful to every other child out there and every other parent that needs help.
Hmm. I believe it. And I just, I don't know. I don't even know if I should tell you guys this, but just keep in mind the court reporters work for the court in in juvenile dependency courts, and they could, if the judge said, Tiffany, you're a piece of crap, and I want you to shut the f up and sit your a down. Okay, that
Right.
part's going to be all gone from the transcripts.
True. True story, Miss G. You're right. They do that.
Yeah, and I speak from experience on that one too.
Yeah. I was fortunate though, Miss G, because my judge told me to shut your mouth and he fined me $1,000 because I said that's unconstitutional and I have important things to say to the record.
Hmm.
And he fined me $1,000 for saying those two things, and they were in the transcript. And I prevailed on that appeal and got my money back.
Good girl. That's what I'm talking about. Now that's making, what happened. I'm so proud
Yeah,
of you.
yeah. The appeal cost me over $1,000 to do, but hey, I got my $1,000 back
Yeah, there you go.
and my dignity, right?
And your dignity. And, like you should go back to that judge and say, wait, did you see this, Your Honor?
Oh, I sure did. And don't you worry, there's more coming because he violated due process by telling me to shut your mouth.
I hope everybody's listening to this. I really do. Yep, listen to what she just said. If you guys have any questions about that, you can contact Stacy. I think most of you guys have her on Facebook, I hope, right, Stacy, or no?
Yeah, probably. There's a lot of people that I see that watch your show, our
Yeah.
show, and yeah.
Yeah, Stacy lives in New York, by the way. She lives in New York, and she's very knowledgeable. And also, if you have any medical record, medical something about your child and why they took your child because of medical whatever, she's the one to talk to as well about that because she's a nurse. And she had a case recently that involved social workers. Yeah, but she can't talk about it. But it involves social workers. They're not very nice,
And a bad judge
and a bad judge.
that gave
Oh,
custody. I can say this: that gave custody to a registered sex offender, joint custody to a
yeah,
registered sex offender. Yeah.
and the sex offender is why the child wanted to kill herself, and that's why the child went to the hospital. My tiny animal said, "I really like Stacy. I like Stacy too.
Love you guys.
We love you too, Stacy." But honestly, I can tell you this much. If you guys put your guards down and start crying, I'm not telling you not to be emotional. I'm not telling you to be cold blooded. I'm not telling you to harden your heart, but you need to stop crying. You can cry all you want later. You can get down on the floor and roll over if you want to, but in front of them or when you're dealing with your case, you better keep on a straight face. You better get your sleep on. You better brush your teeth. You better um, put on your makeup. You better do your hair. You better dress decent because you, when you're falling apart, they don't feel sorry for you.
No, they love to see
They love
that.
it.
You're giving it what
They
they
love it.
want.
Yeah, they love to see it, and God knows that they love to see it. And I'm telling you right now, they talk about it and they laugh about it Friday nights at some attorney's house, playing poker and drinking cognac or whatever the hell they drink. Okay, and the girls I was telling you, my girls, I want to introduce Stacy to them, but they're so. Anyways, I'm gonna introduce you to one. One, it might agree. The other one, she's terrified. She's so terrified, Stacy. Terrified. Because her sister has kids, young kids. That's why she's terrified. So, anyways, she told me that they laugh about it. She said, "Oh, they would say like in like a meeting or something, say, "Oh, did you see Jennifer? She was crying." Yeah, I should have told her to go clean my house. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they want. That is what
Hmm.
they want. You
Yeah.
know, Miss G, I don't know. I've been very fortunate in my situation in ways.
Hmm.
Um, I don't have everything the way I want it to be, but I know in many ways there are times that I've beat the odds. And one of the things is we can't change who we are. We can't change really our emotional response so much, but there's some things we can do. Um, but my emotional response to these egregious acts is always outrage, and the outrage inspires me to keep going and do more and to help others. Um, it doesn't make me so much tearful, it makes me upset. And that upset inspires me to do more.
And that's how it should be. Um, you know, I've when I met Stacy, I just felt her spirit was amazing. And I just honestly I have so much respect for you because you found time in your busy schedule. You're not doing this for money because you're making good money, thank God. You're not doing this for money, you're not doing this for fame. You just want to help mothers not go through what your ex-husband put you through. Same here. Because we were burned by sociopath, narcissistic men. And what it is, it just speaks volume when people do this without expecting anything in return. And I do have much respect for you on that one. You're not trying to make it into a business. You're not trying to, and that to me speaks volume about a person.
Well, Miss
And
G, I will tell you, um, I have diversified my abilities because you never know. It's a volatile, hostile situation if they'll ever try and come after my license. But if I ever lost my license, I might have to charge for what I do. But then again, I've also found other things to make an income on. So I still might not ever have to charge for what I do.
you really
But
think you would come, God forbid? And I mean, I don't know. We need to talk to Davis about this.
what's that?
Actually think we need, or our attorney Michael in New York.
Yeah. I mean, I'm always willing to help. I try, like I said, the things I do, I try not to charge, right? But yeah, if I lost my license, you have to pay the bills, right? Like,
Right.
you know, but but I've educated myself in other things too that if I was ever attacked in that way, which knock on wood, thank God I haven't been, but it's always a risk, so you always got to stay a few steps ahead. But I have something else that another prospect too. Um, but that's honestly, I'll share this too. I always do things in twos. Um, I have 2 cars. I usually will have 2 jobs. I'll usually do things in twos because if one goes, then I have the other to fall back on. Um,
But you have your paralegal license. You just got it this
yep,
year.
yep.
And she's in New York. And if you guys need any type of assistant, yes, she can charge because she busted her butt to get her paralegal license. And she can write
Applications.
applications for you. She can do declarations for you. I mean, she can put together whatever you need. If you can't afford an attorney and you're in New York, okay, she knows New York laws. She's been really understanding a lot, and
Well,
yeah,
I always used to say when I was doing the How to Fight CPS, the New York edition, I always said my claim to fame is that I divorced an attorney, and not only did I divorce an attorney, but he was an attorney who used to work for CPS.
there you go. So he has the system wrapped around his little
So,
peepee.
so when you divorce an attorney, they like to, when they're bad people, they like to drag you through and give you the whole experience of every aspect of law.
Mhm.
So I've been through pretty much any aspect of law at this point because of my ex.
Yeah, yeah, I see that. But I want to make a comment on. I know but there's a John Doe. I know who you are. Okay, so let's get something straight, John Doe, and look who's underdog. Okay, I know who you are too, and I love both of you very much. Now, no one said anything bad about dads, and I'm getting tired of you thinking, it's always about dads. I'm not saying anything bad about dads. Are you forgetting that I love my father dearly? Like what the hell is wrong with you, man? Um, look underdog. Look who's underdog. She probably just commented on what he wrote, but yeah, there are some great dads out there. Let's make that very clear. But we're not talking about the great dads. We're talking about the scumbags who became fathers.
And
That's
pedophiles.
Yeah. So this is not, we're not the biased one. The biased ones are in the courthouse. Period. So no one said anything derogatory about dads whatsoever.
Miss G knows that I've helped dads too.
Oh yes, I know. You
Um,
sure did. Yeah.
my position is a couple of things. I am I do not endorse parental alienation syndrome, but it's not because I don't like fathers. It's because that bogus theory is actually loved by the courts. So you're duped if you endorse a theory that the courts love, that they
Mhm.
use to sex traffic children, and that they use to incite chaos and make men hate women,
Mhm.
and vice versa, right? So actually, men and women need to unite,
Mhm.
not be divided by bogus theories such as parental alienation that posts women as crazy. Um,
Mhm.
so men and women need to unite and not use theories that the courts love to hurt children and rip apart families.
Mhm.
And then, you know, at the end of the day, my position is that every judge is really hired by the state. So when a couple presents for their marital problems, their divorce problems, their custody issues, their family issues, the state is not looking at the best interest of the child. The state is looking at the best interest for the state, and the judge works for the state.
Mhm.
So the adjudication is going to be what makes the most money for the state.
Kids. That's what makes the most money for the state is kids. They
Right.
want those kids so badly, and they will do anything possible. Did you know that there's a social workers under investigation? You can go on TikTok and find out. I tried to Google her name, but I had to start the show. I couldn't find out myself. But it's on TikTok. Somebody was telling me about the video in Texas. Um, the social worker is making a profit by finding kids, and she takes a cut from that. She gets a cut
There
from
was, yeah, I
pointing
mean,
out where the children are.
there
She
are
gets
so
a cut.
There are so many disgusting stories that have surfaced about social workers. There was one, something about, oh yeah, there was a social worker that got in trouble, a CPS caseworker that got in trouble for having a T-shirt that says, "I kidnap your kids."
I kidnap your kids.
Imagine being a human being wearing that shirt.
Where was this at?
I don't know, Misty. I'll look it up and I'll send it to you. I know where to find it. Yeah.
I want to. Is it in this state or other state? Where is it?
I don't remember the state. I'll find the article exposing it and
I
I'll send
bet you
it to you.
anything is in Texas. I bet you. Uh, it's probably Texas. I wouldn't be surprised if LA social workers would not wear something like that. Yeah, they would. They're not here to
Doctors.
protect their children. They're really not. But again, listen to Stacy. She shares a lot of good ideas and a lot of good information for you guys. And again, if you're in New York, give her a holler. Do you have an email address, Stacy?
They can contact you for it, Miss G.
Ooh. Yeah, you guys can text me for Stacy's information. But I've seen her work. She's pretty good. Definitely pretty good. I'm gonna talk to Attorney Michael about her. Yeah, why not?
You
We
know,
can all meet.
Misty, I always talk about too court watching, right?
Oh yeah, we talked about that. The
Yeah,
business coach.
and I gotta bring it up
Davis
again.
hasn't responded to me on that one yet. He
I gotta
hasn't
bring
responded to me.
yeah, I gotta bring it up again today because um I feel like that's the cure to the problem because uh we have these attorneys, not Mr. Davis, and I'm not saying Mr. Davis. In fact, I'm on his show because I do respect, I can tell the work he does through you, Miss G.
Thank you.
Um, but many attorneys, if not most, do cave to the pressures of the larger system with the endless pockets and the influence.
Right.
And so it's hard, especially if you have an assigned attorney.
Yeah.
They tend to always work for CPS and they take, they pretend they're representing you. They give an appearance of representing you, but it's never enough representation to actually get your kids back. And I just think it's too. I don't think the cure to the problem is putting all your faith into your attorney and stopping there. So the cure to this influence that CPS has, because they can threaten your attorney, they can you know influence the judge and so forth, and there's that conflict of interest, really fiduciary conflict of interest, where the state wants to take the kids too because it's money for the state. Court watching is kind of the cure because people going in and watching cases
Uh-huh.
aren't going to have those pressures that attorneys have, that judges have, because of the influence of CPS. People have to go in and court watch and create that level of transparency. And I'm not just saying this is a theory or an idea. I do it and it works.
You know, I I'm just gonna throw my opinion in there, and I don't know if that will work, but I know some of you guys cannot afford an attorney. The ones that can, you can't just give your money to anyone. You have to hire the best of the best. That's important. You don't mess with your kids. You don't gamble with your kids' future. Do not do that. Okay. Um, if you have to stick with the court-appointed attorney, we all know they do really bad work. Where they don't care about your case. Whatever, whatever. Get your paperwork done through. For example, if your case is in New York, contact Stacy. Right? She can get the paperwork done for you. You're not paying for him or her, right? But you
And
can,
I can get court watchers pretty much anywhere in New York
yeah,
State. And
yeah, yeah. And oh, really?
yeah.
Then me and you should like do. We should do LA then.
Yeah, I can. I thought we were going to
I
meet
know
about
that's
that
what I'm
too.
saying. I thought you found somebody else. I'm like, I'm gonna kick your butt after the show.
No, I will show you what I do and how it works.
Okay, okay, cool. Let's do it.
Yeah,
And
because once you do it, once I show you how I do it and how it's effective, once the precedent is there, then it just kind of takes its own life and goes forward. You just have to be assertive when you're introducing a new concept. But once it's out there, and it goes and goes.
okay, I agree with you, but do I need a team of people with me? Or see, I've never done the court watching thing. I discussed it with Vincent before, but I don't know.
So the more people, the better, because then the judge knows that they're being watched even more. And that's also a way of actually creating more of an even playing ground, because it's never an even playing ground for all these parents who are poor and have a crappy attorney against a huge system with endless pockets and well-versed attorneys. So it's never an even footing, which is the necessary thing for due process. So when you start bringing the public in and they're sitting in the courtroom and they're watching what judges are doing, it almost creates a more even footing for a more fair court process.
I agree with you on that one. So let's do it. I
So
want to start.
the more people, the better. But I've gone in by myself, but of course I've established a reputation. So they know when I'm sitting there that they better cross their T's and dot their I's.
Yeah.
Um, but the more people that are going in and showing a presence in the courtroom, get your church, get your congregation, get your association, get your co-workers, get your whole family and cousins and first cousins and second cousins and third cousins and fourth, get them all in the courtroom.
But wait a minute. I just realized something.
Yeah,
Not anybody can go in that courtroom.
if they're going to be a witness. If they're going to be a witness.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think juvenile court in California is. I'm gonna
Nope.
ask.
Nope. I'll tell
No?
you why.
Mhm.
I went through all this. I opened our courts in New York State and some other people too. Um, Courts, okay, there's case law in New York State too on this, but it may not even be New York. Yeah, it is New York State. So again, this all goes back to our Constitution. It's a First Amendment right to have public access to the courts. And if
Mhm.
states are in violation of our Constitution, then they can't have that rule or law. So every court has to comply with our First Amendment right. Every court, every state, every court, juvenile, criminal, I don't care, right?
Mhm.
Case law in New York State even goes as far as saying, even though some documents in the court hearing may have to be sealed by mental hygiene laws and so forth, this still does not preclude the right of public access to the courts.
Mhm.
New York State also has the Uniform Rules of Family Court 205.4 that says our family courts are open to the public, even the media. And we have gotten in New York State the New York Times in on a case to watch a CPS case and report on it.
Hmm.
So if it's not happening in California, it's our job to get it happening in California because it's a constitutional right, not a state thing.
Jeez. All right. Let's do this, Stacy. I wish you live in LA. Yeah, let's do this. I would love to live in New York just to be near you, to be honest with you. I think it would be like kind of like Thelma and Louise type of thing. And we would, because it's so dangerous together.
Well, you're
Uh,
welcome to my Friendsgiving. We're having a Friendsgiving at my house.
yeah, I know. We're gonna talk about that later. Cause oh yeah, I have to send you but I don't want to say it on the show, but I'll send you the information for December.
Okay. Yes. Yeah, I
I'll
need to
send
know it
you
sooner than later so I can request off from work.
Yeah, I'm gonna send it to you. I'm so bad at it though. I was like trying to get the information. I'm like, I don't know how to do this. I had to call the company to help me download stuff. I'm so bad. Don't ask me to do anything technical for you though. Can't do technical stuff.
You want to see something about technical stuff since I'm home, Miss G?
Hmm.
I'll help you feel better.
Are you gonna show me?
This is how I listen to music.
Oh my God, the records! Oh my God! Oh my God! Okay, Stacy, I used to have one my dad gave me, and somebody stole it from me.
Oh,
Yeah, they stole it from me.
and your dad even, really?
My dad gave it to me, and I was moving, and one of the movers, I got movers from Home Depot. I give them like $40 each to help me, and one of the movers stole it. But I don't know which one it was. I can't blame both of them. But yeah, it was a nice record player, and I still have the records. I just don't have the player. That doesn't sound right.
Oh, we
That
all
is-
have players, Miss G.
yeah, I don't got the
That's why we're
player.
on the show.
But I got the records. Don't got the
Yeah.
player.
Thank God you got the records. Hopefully they're not
I know.
altered.
I know. Jesus Christ. I know. I know. We're gonna be Thelma and Louise. See, even Nat said she'll be looking for the 1966 Thunderbird. Like I don't have a Thunderbird. You have a Thunderbird?
We'll
Thelma
have
and
to
Louise.
find one, Miss G.
I know, right? We'll find one.
But I'm not driving you off a cliff. We're
No.
not doing this for my sake.
But sometimes after work, I do want to jump off the cliff. It's like, really, do. Oh my God, I'm just teasing. Yeah, but yeah, I think we're gonna be doing some good work with this. We're gonna be doing some good work with this. I just hope to God a security guard or a sheriff would not gonna drag my ass out of court and get them.
Miss G, I will tell you though, I think that all of Mr. Davis's court cases should have court watchers. It would make him even more effective.
You know what? Let's. Why don't you come on the show tonight?
With Mr. Davis? I'm
And
here. I'm in town.
all right, I'm gonna have Grace send you a link.
Okay.
I'm gonna have you on the show tonight, and let's discuss this with Attorney Davis, court watchers, and show him. Oh, make sure you have your business card too.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
because I love that idea, and I'm gonna make business cards too.
Yeah. We just all we have to do is hop on LexisNexis and find the case law for New York or for California
Oh yeah, that's
and
right.
and put it on your own business cards, but the front will be the same with the First Amendment right. I
Hmm.
didn't, I just put official court watcher, Miss G, because they really shouldn't even be asking your name to go in and watch a court case.
Really?
Yeah. So I just put official court watcher. I make it look official too, so that people are like, oh, he's official. And then I put the chief judge. I don't know what it would be for California, but I put the chief judge of New York State, their phone number. So if the court tries to give people a hard time about entrance, they can just quick call the chief judge of New York State in their office and say, I'm being denied my right of access. Can you help me? And that's on the business card. So I don't know what the comparable to the chief administrative judge of New York State would be for California. But I put that on the business card so that people have that handy when they're trying to assert their right. And I say assert because I don't want people being aggressive, but assert their right into the courtroom to watch.
Could you help me with that? Could you help me
Yeah.
figure it out and put it together? Because
Yes.
I
I'll
just
hang up.
want to make
I'll hang
sure.
up on the phone and I'll start doing the case law search for California.
Yeah, because I want to make this happen like immediately, honestly, and I think that's a great idea. And by the way, guys, so nobody else tells you anything. Stacy came up with that. Stacy came up with that idea. Am I right?
Well, it's like I said, Miss G, it's not something that it's even
No,
invented. It's
but if they
what we're
haven't,
doing, and it
what do you
works.
mean? Right, but you started this though in New York. You started this.
I was among some of the first to do it, but I will tell you that some others that do it,
I don't think they do it like you with the business card, baby girl. No.
they don't do it like me, and I think that they tend, if the court sends them away, they just comply. And the only cases they're going to see are the ones the judge wants them to see in that way. when the judge is doing all the right things and wants the appearance of doing all the right things. So for me, if a court tries to send me away, I double down and make sure I get in.
Oh, okay. But do you see how wise that is, though? That's smart. Yeah, yeah. If you guys live in New York and you have a New York case, I think you guys really definitely need to speak to Stacy. She has a
Get
lot of
people,
knowledge.
get people. I'm happy to even do, if it's a large enough group, I'll come in and I'll teach how I do court watching. Um, if it's a smaller group, I'll teach people how to do court watching on a Zoom appearance. But like I said, teach it to your church. Teach it to, I mean, what's more fundamental for a church than preserving families? So this
Okay.
should be a church issue,
If you
you
guys
know.
want to do a Zoom, if you guys want to do a Zoom meeting, please let me know, and I will sign it up. I will set it up with Stacy on her day off though from work,
Yes,
and
has to be a day off.
yeah, and it would also have to be a day off of work for her. I'm so sorry. I didn't sleep last night. I apologize. Okay. Um, what about me? I don't sleep anyway, so it doesn't matter. I'll just drink coffee. Don't worry about it. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But it would have to be after work for me. Okay.
It matters, Miss G.
We all gonna die
You
one
matter,
day.
Miss G. You matter,
Aw,
Miss G.
you're so sweet. You're so sweet. I can't wait to see you. Okay. Um, the first thing I want to do is have a hot dog. I don't ask me why.
Oh, a New York one, like on the streets?
Yeah, one day when I come and see you, I want to have a hot dog from the street vendor.
Okay.
And I was told they taste fantastic. And then I hope they're right. And then I want to have pizza because I was told New York pizza is the best. I don't know if it's true or not, but you can tell me the truth.
Yeah, it's when I travel to other states and they say New York style pizza.
It's not New York style, is it? They
Or
lie.
I live outside of Buffalo, so when they say buffalo wings,
Not Buffalo. I know. I know. They're all lie. Just it's all called marketing. Marketing. It's marketing lies. That's all it is. Marketing lies. I'm telling you. Yeah, but I want to have the hot dog part. So I'm saving myself because I started this diet, like eating healthy. So I'm just gonna let myself go. Whenever I go to see you, I'm gonna like, Stacy, there is no limit today.
well, Miss G, I'm a foodie, so this will be a blast.
Oh my God. I love, and you know what? The sad part is I actually love hot dogs. Even though I know it's bad for you, my family tried to discourage me not to eat it because it's so bad for you, and I still ate it. Isn't that sad?
My twins love the all beef ones as opposed to the
Really?
regular ones. Hmm.
Yeah, I love hot dogs. I do. Well, in New York, do they sell the all beef one or just?
Sure. But I'm looking forward to that special moment with you, Miss G.
I know me too. No, that's good. I'm like, yes. All right. Okay. Thank you guys for joining us. I think people are really lucked out. Like, okay, we gotta go, Miss J. Um, I'll see you guys tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time with Attorney Davis, myself, and Stacy. And I think Darren Gray from the state of Maine is going to be on there as well. Um, Stacy, I wanted to bring that up to Davis today. Please.
Okay.
I think that would
Um,
be a wonderful idea.
I'll have some coffee because it's 10 o'clock New York State time.
Oh, God. I'm so sorry, my love.
No, I'm happy to do it because that's one of my biggest missions is to spread the concept of court watching because it really works and I've really saved kids from being sex trafficked by judges. And if you go back and you watch my shows from when I was doing the How to Fight CPS, the New York edition, I took witness testimony of families that benefited from court watching and saving their kids from sex trafficking through the courts. So it's on your show if people go back and look it up.
That's awesome. Okay. Yeah. Let's do this, Stacy. Let's do it.
We're on it, girlfriend.
We're on it. See you tonight at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Stuff's
And
gonna start getting real.
it's going to get real, baby. We're not going to stop. People think there's a couple of people I'm going to introduce to Stacy. Two people, they're high up, important people. But I can't say their names, but Stacy, I think Stacy having ideas like this and introducing them to her, um, alongside with myself, of course, God too. I think we're going to make a lot of stuff happen. So we are going to make changes, but the way we're going to make changes is work on from within by holding them accountable. I think that's what the whole idea of this whole movement is to hold them accountable for what they're doing.
I
And
know I know
yeah,
we got to get going, Miss G, but I'm going to tell you one more thing because you read the Bible. Luke 11 is on woe ye lawyers and experts in law. And the solution to court corruption, even in the Bible, is Jesus went to the thousands of onlookers and said, that which has been shouted, that which has been whispered into ears in dark back rooms is going to be shouted from rooftops. And that, what was the other one? That which has been said in darkness will be heard in the light.
right. Yep.
And so to me, modern days, that's court watching. Jesus went to the thousands of onlookers, and that was the cure to court corruption. And I think that's not even just in the Bible, but there's something similar for other religions and so forth. And I don't remember what it is um, for uh, for Jewish people. And I don't know if it's a Solomon, something like that, Solomon 86, 80, something like that. But so we're going back to biblical times, times long ago. Court corruption even existed then, and the cure was the public, the
Exactly.
thousands of onlookers.
Yeah. And yeah, the killer was the public, but the thing about it is we pay their salary. We pay their salary. So, but yet they take our children and our grandchildren. And
Sadistic.
yeah, for by we pay you, like kind of like you're stealing our money, but yet you're stealing our life away from
I'm
us.
hurt. I'm paying you to hurt me.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sadistic.
Yeah, like I'm paying you to hurt me. There you go. Yeah, like I'm paying them to hurt us. And to me, I think um, I think your plan is gonna work because you and I are prayer warriors and we lean on God a lot, and God is not gonna forsake us in this one.
We should use
Yeah,
Luke
He
11
never
for one of.
forsakes us. Hmm?
We should use Luke 11 for one of your CPS
Yeah,
prayers.
let's do that. Let's do Luke 11. Yeah, yeah, let's do that. I think that's a great. That's you have a great mind, Stacy. I love you so much. Thank you. Thank you for being you. Really, thank
Love
you.
you too, Miss Jean. Thank you for being you. I wouldn't be on the show if it wasn't for you.
It doesn't matter, girl. If it wasn't for God, not for me.
No, no.
No, but
You
yeah,
know the conversation.
look, I met you, and I've had other people around, but none of them were legit. None of them. So with you, you stuck around. You showed me your true colors, and God showed me that you're a sincere, truly sincere person. You're a sincere human being, and you truly do love people and you love to help them. You really do, because being a nurse is a very busy schedule. Because my best friend's daughter is a nurse. She looks like she aged 40 years. Okay. She works all hours of the night. She said, I wish I could be like you, where I can just sit up all night and like do my job. But, you know, you find ways to help people. And to me, that just speaks volume.
Well, Miss G, you heard me on the phone and I said, I'll just do whatever Miss G tells me to do. I'm doing it. That was right
Stop it. No, you're so sweet. Yes, you
because
did.
I recognize you're very sincere and not many, there are a lot of people out there that are not sincere in this.
Oh,
And so I am by your side, Miss G, because I know you're sincere.
I love you, Stacy. Thank you so much. I'm so glad God put us together, and God knew this one's not good for you. This one's not good for you, but this one is a keeper. And I actually prayed for that. Did you know that? I actually asked God to help me find one or two or three that I can totally trust and depend on doing the right thing for the parents. My main thing is the parents and the children. Really, that's all I care about. And I want somebody to have that heart in it as well, and not looking for fame and not looking for name recognition, and like it's all me type of thing. No, I want someone who really is down to get dirty with this, not in a bad way, but you know what I mean, like to get, am I saying that right?
Brass ovaries, Miss G. Brass ovaries.
Yeah. I need a hot dog, that's what I need. I need a hot dog. Oh my god, I think after work I want a hot dog so bad, I'm gonna go to Costco and I'm gonna get the hot dog because I want a hot dog badly. Before, God knows when I'm gonna see you. I want one before then, and then I can compare it. There you go. I'll compare it. I'll get you one from Costco, and then you get me one from New York, and we're gonna compare. I don't know if they would even let me hold that on the flight. I don't know. Would they? But that would be funny. When I do see you, we're gonna do a show together from New York.
Awesome. I love
Yeah,
it.
I love it too. We're gonna do a show from the streets when we get the hot dog. We're gonna do
Yes.
a show from, yeah. We're gonna do a show from the pizza place, uh, and I want you to take me to the courthouse.
Okay.
I do. I want to see the courthouse, and
Yeah. I went with court watching. I went
mhm.
to the Second Circuit Court of Appeals with a gentleman, and that's in Manhattan.
Oh, nice. I want to go there. Oh, and
Beautiful.
I want to see Sex in the City place where they did. I don't know if they. I know that it was in New York, but did they film it in New York? I don't know. Um, that TV show, remember Sex in the City?
Yep. Lots of famous places in
Yeah,
New York. Yep.
yeah. I want to see that, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff I want to see. I just wish I can be there. I don't want to leave. I think if I go to New York, I wouldn't want to leave New York. I honestly to God think I want to stay there.
Well, you're always welcome at my house, but I'm not in New York City.
That's okay. Where are you?
I'm outside of Buffalo.
Oh, how far are you from New York City?
6 hours.
Holy Lord.
But I'll be there. I go there often.
Okay, well, we're gonna talk about that too. So yeah, we're gonna talk about that one because oh, she goes, I want the New York ratty. Hi, I forgot you like rats. They are so big and beautiful. Hee hee. I'm gonna kick your buns. She's and she loves rat. Her and I talked before, and I was like, "Ew," like I wanted to vomit. But she loves animals. She's so pretty and she's so cute. She just loves animals. Me, on the other hand, dude, no, I am not gonna get no rat, no rat, no rat, no rat, no rat, no rat.
Maybe
Just
we'll get a video of Miss G seeing a rat.
oh my god, I would literally have a stroke and die. I swear, I'm not joking. I'm not joking. I would have a stroke and die. I saw a little mouse. Somebody thought it was funny, and I guess it died and they put it on the curbside, and I'm walking Molly to go do her business, and I see this mouse or whatever, tiny like this, and I screamed so loud. I think everyone in the neighborhood thought somebody was killing me.
Miss G,
Yeah,
it's
I couldn't do it.
Natalia says it's very cold in Buffalo. So when you come in December, yeah,
Is it
you won't
really cold?
you won't be able to bring that hottie Corvette with you.
Hottie Corvette.
It would probably get stuck.
She said, "Oh no, that's sad." Um, she said, "Be kind to the
Oh,
rat." I
not
think
Corvette.
this
It would
girl, I think she was
not
a
Cor
rat in her past life. I swear.
not Corvette. You had a convertible. I'm sorry, it was a convertible.
It
Yes, you
was a
cannot bring the
convertible. I
convertible.
wish I had a Corvette. Shoot, I'll sell it right now. Jesus Christ, with the gas prices, there was no way I would have been able to keep a Corvette, baby girl. No way. Um, but yeah, yeah. Maybe I shouldn't come in December then, huh? But I wanted to go in December because I wanted
Well,
to see the Christmas decoration and
you might be standing on snow when you eat that luscious hot dog. Hmm.
yeah, I just want to be like the movies. Going to New York and they're wearing gloves and they're drinking hot cocoa and they're eating hot dog on the street, vendors, and I want to be like the movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Make sure, yes, because I'm sure, in California it might be kind of hard to find the appropriate, gloves and coat, but make sure you have them because, but it's like December is cold, but it's colder like Feb, late January, February. That's when it's really coldest.
really.
Hmm.
Okay, well, when the time comes, we'll talk about it. You'll tell me
Like
what to wear.
we might even be 68 this week, but it's unusual.
But 68 is not cold to me.
Yeah, right. For now in October, but it's also unusual for us.
But
But maybe December won't be that bad.
yeah, to me, 68 is perfect. I love cold weather. I don't function in the heat weather. That's why my electric bill is so damn high because if it's 70 degrees outside, I put my air conditioner on 58. Yeah.
Well, then you might like it.
I love the cold. I can't stand the heat. Even though
All
I'm
right.
from a very hot country, Egypt, it's like 130 degrees there. But honestly, I just love the cold air. I love cold air. I don't like the rain and I don't, but I like cold air. And she said I would only go to New York to see the rats, the ratties. Love you, Miss G. I love you too.
Well,
Um,
my tiny animal family, I'll tell you that my twin girls actually have pet rats too.
okay, you guys are sick, both of you.
My Ellie, she wants to grow up and be a vet. I support it.
You know what? I cannot do that. I cannot be even around. Look, my friend's son has a snake. I haven't been to her house yet. You know why? She moved. Her son all of a sudden is like 11. Oh, I want a pet snake, mom. So she got him a freaking yellow, ugly, white looking crap, ill and ill. And she has him in his room with this thing. And she's like, oh, yeah, but it's in his room. You can still come and see me. I'm like, hell no. No, no, no. No. Just knowing the presence of the snake is in there, I can't go see my friend.
Well, I have to send you pictures of my daughter's rats because I I have to admit I felt the same way as you when they got them. And they're not in my house, just so you know. But I felt the same way as you when my girls got them, but then when I saw the pictures, they're actually very adorable and sweet. They're not the they're not they're not the yeah, they're cute. They're little white with little tan patches and they're cute.
What kind of rat are you talking about? Are you talking about those munchkins looking ones, like
Yeah,
fat little chubby ones? They
they're
live like
pets. They're
they're
pets.
like 3 years span. They lifespan is like 3 years. Is that the one you're talking about?
Somebody keeps trying to call me and it kicks me
Oh,
off.
but is
Um
that the one you're talking about?
they're my twins are 13. Is that what you're saying? Asking?
No, no, no. Okay, so my daughter has one, but it's not called a rat. It's called something. I forgot the name. But they look like cats, but small, or rabbits, right? Rather, they look like rabbits.
I don't know, but I'll send you a picture and you'll agree. It's part of why they look cute is because they're so loved too. Like my girls, we got a sewing machine so they could make little hammocks for them. And then she took a little picture of them in a basket and they all look super cared for and cute.
Okay, my tiny animal. I don't know which rats you guys are talking about. I want to see it because I'm thinking about the rats like the ones they have in India and on the streets, and in New York, they live underneath the tunnels, that type. Hamsters. There you go.
Oh,
Yeah,
hamsters.
yeah.
But
My daughter
as
has a hamster. Yeah, my daughter
but
has a hamster.
but as pets, rats are very intelligent and so they're very uh they're intelligent and they're good, they're nice companions. It's just the bias, as we talk about bias and how it's so wrong and awful in the courts, they have a bias that you have to get past.
I'm a bias.
You criticize the judges, Miss G, but you're biased against rats.
I am biased. I'm biased against rats. I don't like them. I don't like any reptiles. I don't like anything that I don't like them. But the hamsters are cute. I've seen hamsters. They remind me, when I look at them, they look like rabbits to me, because my daughter's hamster is so chubby, so cute, so chubby, like little, look like this. But the rats don't look like hamsters. Rats are different.
No, these rats do look like just bigger
No,
hamsters. They do. You'll see.
I don't want to see. I'm talking about under, like New York. I was told under the tunnel, there's so many rats there, and
Well, those are different. They do look. Those look.
those look
But,
horrible, right?
well, I wouldn't. I personally wouldn't want to go cuddle with them.
No, no, I wouldn't either. I wouldn't either. I mean, I'm looking forward to it. So she said, so rats are more social than hamsters.
She's
What?
right. She's absolutely
The
right.
kinder and Mike's.
Yep. She's absolutely right. They will love their owner. Yes. They are good companions and they're intelligent.
Wait, you can have a rat as a pet? Are you kidding me right now?
I'm
You're
just telling you
talking.
my daughters have them.
No, I thought you were talking about the hamsters.
No, they have pet rats, Miss G.
But oh my God, no! They have like little. Oh God, no, 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 no! I saw a picture of it. I'm sorry, I can't. No, no. They have like these. No, they have black little ball hair, eyes, and no, that's horrible.
I'll
Oh
send
my
you
God.
pics.
See, now it said rats have diseases.
In the when they go through people's garbage, but not as pets.
Okay, show me a picture, because I am. She said, Miss G, please take time and watch. So, okay, send me a video, Tiny. I don't want to say your name, but you know your name. Um, but my tiny animal animal family, send me a picture. There you go. Send me a picture. Send me a video. Send me a video. I just saw pictures of rats right here, and no, 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 no,
I'm gonna tell you something, Miss
no, no,
G,
no,
though. I'm
no,
gonna
no.
tell you.
The tail is too long. No, 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 no,
I'm
no.
gonna I'm gonna tell you something. The reason I believe my girls have pet rats is because their father did that as a tactic to make them want to stay over there and not come here.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yep.
know.
But they're cute and I wouldn't refuse them. They're sweet. They're actually very cute and you'll see. It didn't work. He
You
didn't
know,
scare
a
he didn't scare me
narcissist
away.
always, yeah, a narcissist always does that crap. A
Mhm.
narcissistic father always does that. They always find ways to keep the child away from the mother, and the court system makes them look like they're innocent. I'm not joking you. A court system sides up with the narcissist all the time. And I kid you not. And they make them look so innocent and sound so innocent when they're liars. They lie under oath. They literally make up stories. They have no facts to any accusation coming out of their mouth. And the judge is like, oh, okay, well, we're gonna give the custody to the dad. To me, it's kind of like it's a man's world, but it's not just a real man's world. It's the fake man's world. There you go.
I think
It's
what the confusing thing is, Miss G, is because you said it yourself, you love your father. The
I do.
confusing thing is that I think what makes it seem a certain way is pedophilia is mostly a man's crime. And what we're talking about too happens to be child sex trafficking. So that's why you see some biases occurring towards mothers. But by and large, this is an attack on all good people. It is attack on all good fathers, all good mothers, and all the innocent children.
I agree. But again, the court always, and they did a study on that, and you can
Yes.
research that yourself. They always give the child to the abuser, and usually the abuser is a narcissist, and that came from a psychiatrist, in Sherman Oaks,
Yeah.
in LA County. He said to me the court will always choose a narcissist because a narcissist knows how to manipulate.
So, but
And
you have to watch that.
yeah,
You know, if you're the innocent parent, you're the sincere parent, you're the good parent, you know, you have to condition yourself to respond in the way that's successful for narcissists in the
right,
courtroom, not in your
right,
personal life. But
right.
narcissists have the ability to present in court calm, cool, and collected. And
You,
because narcissists are the ones that get custody based on, in part, that's how you have to present if you want to protect your kids and get your kids.
you're right. We need to outsmart them. And the thing is, if you don't know how to deal with a narcissist in court, you're going to be in deep trouble. My tiny animal said, I'm looking for the video of my heart rat saving my hand from falling off the bed. Are you kidding me? Her rat saved her from falling off the bed. I gotta see this. This girl should have been what do you call it? Uh, you should have been a doctor for animals. That's what she should have done. She loves animals. I don't think anything will scare this girl. She can look at the tarantula in the eye and say, "Hey, how you doing?" Um,
Zeus says fighting CPS is a rough job.
who said that? Zeus.
Zeus. Yeah.
Nah,
It's rough.
I would like to take both of your dogs and my dog and go to the courthouse and have them poop there for a laugh. That's what I would
Somebody
be
did
doing.
that.
Yeah,
Some
really?
not precisely that, but there's a story of somebody that let out all these cockroaches in the courthouse.
Is that true?
I'll find that story for you too, Miss G.
Did that happen in New York?
I don't know where it happened. I just remember clearly. I remember this. The story was,
I would love to do that. Oh my god, I would love to do that. Nat said, "Come to West Hollywood. More dog poop all over." Not the whole idea was the courthouse, not West Hollywood.
but
We know that happens.
we don't advise anyone to do that.
No, we don't advise anyone. This is a now we became a what kind of show is this? It's not rated R, but what kind of show is this? No, we're not giving you guys ideas, but it was funny though. Just the thought of it, just to
Yeah.
poop in front of the court or in front of the judge.
I've
But then
thought of actually making Zeus an emotional support animal for court watching.
you know what? Animals do work, especially dogs and horses. Did you know horses have a lot of compassion towards human? Did you know that?
And Zeus he's a puppy golden
Yeah.
retriever, and they're very good companion dogs
Yep.
to help people not feel anxious in the courtroom.
Well, golden retrievers are actually great family dogs. Great family dogs. Yeah. And your kids get along with them?
Oh yeah. That's why we got him. We actually got his sister for the Grand Island Fire Department.
Oh,
Our friend, he's so it's our friend's dog, but he works for the Grand Island Fire Department and he brings her on calls. So when we got her and saw how sweet she was and cuddly and just such a good temperament, we got her brother.
oh,
Yeah.
I can't wait to see you, Stace. All right. I guess I will make the trip for next year then, God willing.
Very good.
All right. Thank you for joining me, my dear.
Thank
Um,
you. Thanks for having me, Miss G.
love you.
Love you too.
I'll see you tonight, seven
Take
o'clock.
care, everyone. Hug your children if they're with you, and
Yes.
prayers for you if you're struggling. And may peace be with everybody.
Amen. And may CPS be destroyed overnight. I had to throw that one in there. Bye.
Bye bye, Miss G.
Bye.